Okay, guys, so I just purchased this. Okay. In the other video y'all saw, I purchased the Cafe Bustelo packets instant coffee. Today we're trying Nescafe. Now y'all know they got the powder form, the powder version of Nescafe, but it look kind of heavy and it's in glass, which is great and all, but it's not ideal for me to carry something around like. And you get 50 cups out of that one. This one you get 20 cups, so that's so good for me. And it's light, it's in plastic, it's liquid, and so it's going to be easier for me to carry. It says you add, it says pour 6 ounces of cold milk or water into a glass, shake, bottle well, add 1 tablespoon, stir, customize, enjoy. Okay, so this is way over 6 ounces. This is way over 6 ounces of water. I went and I asked for some hot water from Starbucks. Thank you, Starbucks. Okay. I don't even miss Starbucks like that, if I'm being honest. Let's shake this up first. Shake it up. Give it a shake. Okay. Give it a shake. It's funny because I'm standing right beside of the cafe of Starbucks. And this is French vanilla. Is it French vanilla? Sweet vanilla. Okay. It's fine. That's actually probably how much I needed to put in there. I think that was about 2 teaspoons, you guys. It really does look like coffee. It looks like coffee. Didn't drop yet? Okay, y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see. Okay, it looks like coffee. Let me taste it and see what it tastes like before we customize it, doctor it up, and whatnot. Because that Cafe Bustelo, though it was good, it wasn't strong at all. Okay, that pack's kind of a punch. Let me see. Okay, I like the way that's sweetened. I'm gonna put the top on here, and now we're gonna go over to the coffee station. Okay, we're at the coffee station. I would prefer to put like a syrup in my stuff, but I like my stuff creamy. Okay, I'm a cream person. I'm gonna get a grande ice vanilla. Okay, let's taste it. It's pretty good, but it needs some syrup and it needs some sugar. Honestly, syrup would be better. I'm not gonna ask them. I know if I ask these people for 2 pumps of syrup, they will give it to me, but I'm just not gonna do that today. But I have done it. I've done it in the past. Mix it. And sometimes they have cinnamon at the stations. Good enough for me. I think honestly though, if I'm being honest, I think it might be just a little bit more of the stuff, just because there's a lot of water in my cup. I think it's way more than 2 ounces. I mean 6 ounces. Just to kind of like give it that extra punch. Okay. So take your stick, stir it up. This would taste way better if it's not that it tastes pretty good, you guys. It tastes good. I'm not lying to you. For this to be like instant coffee, it tastes pretty good. Let's see. This is it. It doesn't taste watered down. That's it. That's my coffee for today, y'all. All I asked for was some hot water. Starbucks gave me hot water, and I add my Nescafe. Okay, you can make iced coffee out of this if you want. You can customize this however y'all want to do it. You don't have to use the ratios that I use. You can customize it however you want to. This morning I was over at Chick-fil-A before I close out this video because I might as well kill two birds with one stone and have a testimony. And so I was over at Chick-fil-A, you guys. Where's my banana? And so I was over at Chick-fil-A this morning. I go there every now and then, every morning. Not every morning, but some mornings. I was over there. I was really doom scrolling. I wasn't studying my word like I should have been. So I'm not gonna front like, oh, I was over there studying my word, praying and calling on the Lord. No, I wasn't. I was doom scrolling, okay? Calling it. I'm telling y'all the truth, okay? Ain't nobody got time to be fronting here on YouTube, Instagram, and whatever, on social media. I don't have time for that. That's fake, that's phony, and it's not real, and God knows the truth. Anyway, so I was doom scrolling, and the manager over there at Chick-fil-A, I don't know if he's a manager or assistant manager or employee. I think he's a manager, but he always comes and says hi to me. He always greets me. He remembers my name. He's like, hey, good morning, TJ, because that's what they call me over there at Chick-fil-A. They don't know my real name. I usually give people my alias, which is TJ. And so he was like, good morning, TJ. He always comes over. He gives me a hug. He like gives me a church hug. And then he asked me how I was doing. I said good. And I was actually making some broth. Yes, I was making some broth this morning, you guys, because I had ran out of coffee. I didn't have any tea bags, and so I was like, I'll need something warm to drink. And so he was like, what you making? I was like, some broth. He was like, broth? In the morning? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, girl. He was like a Southern man, okay? These Southern men, one thing I've noticed about Southern men, from my experience down here in Florida, is that they are very blunt. They just say whatever's on their mind. And he was like, broth. He was like, that sound kind of nasty. He was like, that don't sound pleasing. That sound kind of nasty. And at first I wanted to be offended, but I was like, I couldn't be offended because I like this guy. He's a sweet guy, and he's an older man, right? And so I was like, Tasha, chill, you know. And so I just laughed it off. I was like, you silly. He was like, my mom used to make broth all the time. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah. And so he was like, well, anyway, you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later. And so he walked off, and I kept doom scrolling again. And so next thing I know, a few minutes later, he walks back over to where I'm sitting, and he has his Chick-fil-A bag in his hand, and he's smiling. He was like, here you go. And I was like, no way. I just like covered my mouth. I was like, oh. This is the second time he's fed me. The first time he gave me a gift card. The second time he brought me a bag of food, breakfast food. And I was so grateful, you guys. I was so grateful. I was so thankful. He's like, it's your favorite too. I was like, thank you so much. I'm not going to say his name because he was like, don't tell nobody I did this for you. I know you lying. Get out of my banana. I rebuke you in Jesus' name. And so, anyway, I just thought that was a very sweet gesture that someone from the fast food restaurant would bring me breakfast, and I didn't even have to ask for it. He just like did it on his own. I just thought that was sweet. But anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I just wanted to try this espresso concentrate. It says 100% Arabica coffee. Just add cold milk or water. Okay. This is good stuff, especially if you guys are living in your car. This is really good to have. Or if you're living on the street like me, this is really good to have. Even if you're not living on the street and you have a whole house, if you're still buying iced coffee every single day and you're struggling, okay, you should not be buying iced coffee. You should be making your own iced coffee at home hot coffee, whatever. What you got to do is just figure out what works for you. You got to figure out the right ratio. You got to get you some whipped cream, get you some good syrup that you really like, get you some cinnamon, whatever kind of toppings you like in your coffee, and just figure it out for yourself, okay? Experiment. Save some money and put that money that you usually put towards Starbucks, put it into yourself, put it into the building, put it into building up your brand, put it into building up your ministry, whatever it is God has assigned you to do. Invest in yourself, okay? Bet on yourself, okay? Stop throwing your money away to all these companies that's profiting off of you, okay? So that's all I have, guys. I'm going to continue to sip my not Starbucks coffee. Okay, we're going to cover up her face. Now, if you guys are in a place where you're flourishing and you can afford to buy iced coffee, whatever have you, I'm not talking to y'all, okay? Because, like, you have the right to do what you want with your money, and if that's your luxury that you like to splurge on, then I'm not talking to you, because you're doing well, you're in purpose, you're flourishing, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, all right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure y'all have a great rest of your day. And remember, like I always say, begin discovering your purpose in Jesus Christ today, and watch your life flourish in more ways than one. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.